No LIRR, no problem. Throngs of folks making their way to Citi Field for a third straight day as the Mets and the Yankees get together for a little barbecue. As the Mets play the rubber game of their three-game Subway Series with the Yankees.
Freddie Peralta on the mound today for the Mets, pitching with 3.10 earned run average.
Can't talk about Freddie's year without talking about how well he's done with runners in scoring position.
If you're Freddie Peralta, this is the way you want to face Aaron Judge with the bases empty.
Taken down low. Boy, that was close. I'm surprised they didn't challenge that one.
Here's Cody Bellinger. He's in a slump. 1 for his last 20. Not even close. Ball 4. So 2 straight 2-out walks. First and second for the Yankees. And here is Jazz Chisholm. Yesterday, the Yankees 3 for 15 with runners in scoring position. They left 11 runners on base.
Opposing hitters are 3 for 40 this year against Peralta with runners in scoring position. And he got him with the fastball upstairs. Peralta negotiates the first inning around a couple of walks.
And here's Elmer Rodriguez. He's going to toe the slab here at Citi Field today on a Sunday.
He has not had great command in his 2 big league starts with 4 walks in each.
Here's Juan Soto, who was on base 4 times yesterday. It was the 97th time that Soto has reached base 4 times in a game. He pulls that one through the hole, and Soto just keeps on reaching base. That's now 7 straight plate appearances he's been on since that home run on Friday night.
2 out, 1 on brings up Mark Vientos. Swing on and sent to right center field. It's sinking fast, sinking fast. Spencer Jones comes in and makes the catch. Spencer Jones with some really good giddy up on the closing speed.
Looked like it was in no man's land, but Jones reaches out, slides, hold on. We go to the second.
So 2 out and nobody on. Now Anthony Volpe.
Hasn't gotten a hit yet, but he's been able to get on base via the base on balls.
And there's his first base hit of the season. And it's going to go all the way to the wall. Volpe going to second. He's going to stop right there with a double.
Welcome to the 2026 season. Anthony Volpe with your first base hit.
Now J.C. Escarra getting the start behind the plate after Austin Wells started the first 2 games. And he flies one out to center. Ewing got a late start, but he's back there in plenty of time to make the catch.
Here's Ben Rice.
Rice started the day leading the American League in slugging percentage, 3rd in extra base hits, 2nd in runs scored. Really a breakout year for him.
Here's a drive deep to right center field. Rice got into this one. Carry, giddy up, gone! Home run, Ben Rice. It's 1-0 Yankees here in the 3rd.
Well, you're really seeing a hitter just kind of come into his own right here. It's not just the Aaron Judge show anymore. Ben Rice, after the bruised hand and the little stint on the bench, starting to turn it on again.
So for the 2nd time already in this game, Peralta walks back-to-back hitters.
They continue to make Peralta throw pitches. Today, 23 in the first, 11 in the second, and 20 at this point through the 3rd. Here's Ryan McMahon. He's now 0 for his last 20.
25th pitch of the inning now for Peralta. And a ground ball for Semien to handle. So Peralta gets around the walks, but the home run by Ben Rice puts the Yankees in front 1-0.
And Ewing is on with his 5th major league hit. So this is game 6. He's had 5 hits, a triple, a homer. He's knocked in 3.
No throw by Escarra. And Ewing's got his 2nd stolen base.
It brings up Bo Bichette, his 2nd at bat. He grounded out to Volpe his first time.
Bichette has now gone 17 straight games, including today, without an extra base hit.
Swung on, hit hard to Volpe, stays down, steps into the throw. It's on the money for out number 3. Nicely played.
Bichette retired, and he leaves a man in scoring position.
Jones struck out on 3 pitches his first time up, and a couple of hits in the opening game of the series. And a swing and a miss, got him with a slider. 2nd time Jones has been struck out.
Brings up Anthony Volpe, got his first hit of the season, a double to left center field.
Volpe strikes out swinging, got him with a heater. 4 strikeouts now for Peralta, who again would just love a 1-2-3 4th here against the bottom of the lineup. Hit hard towards second base. Semien to his right, gobbles it up, snaps it across in time to complete Peralta's sought-after 1-2-3 inning.
Soto, with a base hit his first time up, has reached base safely 7 straight plate appearances.
Swing and a miss, struck him out on the backdoor breaking ball. Beautiful. First strikeout and a momentous one for Rodriguez, striking out Soto for the first out here in the 4th inning.
Bring up Mark Vientos.
Vientos finds the hole on the right side. He's got himself a base hit. 2 out now Beatty.
Beatty with a big hit last night against Carlos Rodon. Knocked him out of the game.
Beatty lines one up the middle, and that's in for a base hit. Vientos pulls in at second, so Brett Beatty's now had a hit in 7 straight games, and the Mets have 2 on with 2 out. So a chance for Marcus Semien, who's done very well with runners in scoring position, .326 this year. And Marcus takes one the other way. That's going to be down for a base hit. In comes Vientos with the tying run. Beatty will be held at third. Semien slides in safely at second with an RBI double, and the Mets have tied the game. It's 1-1.
Semien has delivered all year in these situations, men in scoring position.
Outside, he walked him. Ewing with another strong showing. He's been on twice. That loads the bases.
Sanger tried to sacrifice his first time up and popped it up. Hayden had a much more successful minor league run at the plate this year. 6 home runs in 22 games for Syracuse.
Bouncing ball shortstop, charging Volpe on a run, throws the first in time. Nicely done by Rodriguez to get out of bases loaded jam here with 2 outs. He gives up 1 run and strands 3.
Carson Bench hit with a fastball, and that gives the Mets a lead-off base runner, albeit a painful one.
Bichette now 0 for his last 14, and that's going to be all for Elmer Rodriguez with Soto coming up. Aaron Boone wants the lefty.
So the Yankees go to Ryan Yarbrough with a runner on first and 1 out, bringing the lefty to face the lefty Soto.
Swing, and a dribbler stays fair, first base side. JC throws the first, the catcher to the first baseman Rice for the out.
That ball just barely rolled out of the batter's box. And Soto, who was upset with himself after striking out last time up against Rodriguez, goes after Yarbrough's first pitch and dribbles it maybe 4 feet up the first base line, and he's retired for the second out, but it does get benched to second. And so he's in scoring position with 2 out for Mark Vientos. He's been swinging the bat pretty well.
And Vientos lines one to left. That's down for a base hit. They're going to hold Benj at third as Bellinger gets it in quickly. So Vientos has his second hit of the day. And the Mets have runners at the corners. And we're going to get a pinch hitter. Tyrone Taylor is going to bat for MJ Melendez. So Taylor, who has struggled at the plate, gets the assignment against the left-hander.
Swing on, hit it, then a gap from right center field. Diving and kept by Grisham. He made the catch. Trent Grisham saved some bacon right there. Good jump, reached out, made the catch, rolled over, it came up showing that baseball. Brilliant play, and that'll do it for the Mets.
Back-to-back walks to start the 6th. That's 6 walks in 5 innings plus.
Comes Mendy. Carlos Mendoza up the dugout steps. And that's going to be it for Freddie Peralta in a 1-1 game.
Peralta out, Lanaya in.
It's his first appearance in exactly a week.
Going to leave Ryan McMahon in to face him.
They may bunt, Gare.
Bunted. They thought about third. They take the out at first. Sacrifice successful.
Goldschmidt in a big situation. 2-2 ends up getting one off the toe, but it sets up Anthony Volpe for the same at bat. Now with bases loaded.
Volpe doubled in the second and struck out in the 4th. Big spot. Line drive. It's a base hit to left field. Bellinger scores. Here comes Chisholm. Here's the throw. Way off line. He'll score. Moving to third is Schumann. He's in there. A big 2-run single for Volpe. And the Yankees lead 3-1.
Anthony Volpe with his second hit of the season drives in 2, and the Yankees have a 3-1 lead.
And now Ahmed Rosario will bat for J.C. Escara as Aaron Boone goes for the throat here in the 6th.
Fly ball right field. Benj is there. Makes the catch. Tagging is Schumann. The throw is cut off. Volpe smartly goes to second. A sac fly for Rosario. And the Yankees lead 4-1.
Boy, they have really done some good stuff as far as situational hitting, base running. I mean, Anthony Volpe right there, knowing he's going to try to throw him out at home, ends up stealing second base.
And by Volpe moving to second now, another runner in scoring position as we go to the top of the lineup, and Trent Grisham.
And he pops one up on the left side. Bichette giving ground. Continues to backpedal, and he dropped the ball. And a run comes home.
Oh, my God.
Taylor never called him off. Bichette kept on backpedaling and could not make the catch. And it's 5-1 Yankees. Second straight day that the Mets have failed to catch a catchable pop-up. Yankees scoring 4 runs on only 1 hit.
Yep. I'd have to say that's a bad inning for the Mets.
Such a big inning, Coney, when you put up runs to go out there and shut the door and you know, get the Mets, don't give them any hope of coming back in the bottom of the 6th there.
Maybe the Yankees starting to send an invitation to the Mets that if and want to get back into this thing, we're okay with that.
Jake Bird in to pitch. Luis Torrens pinch hitting. 2 aboard with 1 out. He's been a great pinch hitter in his career. Lifetime .339 as a pinch hitter. And Torrens strokes one over the bag. That's a fair ball going down the line. Semien will score. Ewing being waved around third as Bellinger has trouble picking it up in the corner. Torrens at second base with a 2-run double. And the Mets are right back in it. It's 5-3.
Well, maybe Carlos Mendoza is trying to channel a little former Yankee edge. We saw it with Weaver last night and Williams last night. Well, remember Torrens, Mets picked him up from Yankees AAA, and so, well, bat him against the Yankees. How will he do? Well, he comes up huge.
So now the Mets get the tying run to bat with Carson Bench. Bench was hit by pitches last time up, otherwise 0 for 2. Quite a plate appearance for Bench, no matter how this finishes. Bird threw 15 pitches yesterday. He's already thrown 13 and not gotten an out.
And it'll be a payoff pitch to Bench.
Swing and a miss. Bird finally wins the battle. An 11-pitch battle.
It's a huge second out.
Here's Bichette.
0 for his last 14, 2 for his last 37.
Fly ball right center. And Grisham makes the play, so Bird gets out of further trouble. But the Mets close it to within 2.
You want to win this game and come back if you're the Mets. You need a 0 here from Sean. Got to have it.
Now Manaea puts himself in the soup facing Volpe, who came up with the bases loaded in the 6th and delivered a base hit.
Big day for Anthony Volpe. Been through a lot of talk, the injuries, a couple of big hits today. That has to feel good for him after everything he's been through.
Runners go. 3-2. Way outside. Volpe walks. That'll force in a run. Bellinger touches home plate, and the Yankees lead 6-3. That's the 6th walk for Volpe since he came up.
Well, for a 3-2 pitch, I mean, you talk about not even being close. That ball was in the other batter's box.
Now Austin Wells comes up for the first time, and Wells hits a comebacker. Manaea fields it and makes the play to end the inning, but the Yankees tack on a run on the bases loaded walk, and Manaea hearing it from the Citi Field crowd. 2 out and nobody on. That's 7 straight Mets have been retired since Torrens' 2-run double in the 6th. A.J. Ewing's been on base all 3 times today with a single and 2 walks. 3-2 coming, and he walks again. So Ewing is on base for the 4th straight time.
And so that brings up the number 9 hitter, Luis Torrens.
Luis has the biggest hit for the Mets in this game, a pinch hit double.
Center field. Grisham's there. And a scoreless inning for Fernando Cruz. Save situation for Bednar, who's 10 for 11 in these spots. Got a little sweaty in the Friday game. Not a safe situation. We got the requisite outs he needed.
Back-to-back singles by Benj and Bichette. And here comes Juan Soto, representing the potential tying run.
Juan has 2 hits and 4 career at-bats against Bednar, who walked him on Friday night.
Soto's had a lot of individual moments. He's had some highlights, certainly, in this Mets uniform. But I don't know if he's had the moment.
Grounded to first. Rice goes to second one. On to first. Soto beat it out. Beat out the double play. So moving to third is Benj. Soto reaches on the fielder's choice.
And now Mark Vientos, who has driven in 15 runs in his last 14 games.
Soto goes. Swing and a miss. Vientos down. Soto moves to second on the stolen base, and there's 2 away.
So now the Mets are down to their final out. Tyrone Taylor's been up twice in this game, hit 2 bullets, both of which were caught. One by Grisham, one by Schumann. Taylor gets a first pitch breaking ball, hits it deep down the line toward the pole, and it's out of here! Out of here! Tyrone Taylor ties the game with a 3-run homer.
Tyrone Taylor tucks it just inside the foul pole, down the left field line. It's a 3-run homer. The Mets have tied it down to their last out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. It is 6-6 as Taylor delivers his 3rd home run of the year and one of the biggest swings of this season to this point for the New York Mets.
3rd home run of the year for Taylor, who had nothing to show for 2 hard hit balls in his first 2 at-bats. Jumps on the first pitch he sees from Bednar and brings the house down with a 3-run game-tying home run. This is the Mets' 46th game of the year, already their 9th extra inning game. Devin Williams got the save yesterday, looking to hold the fort in the 10th.
There's been a lot of run in his last 8 appearances.
Max Schumann up for the 2nd time. Mets look for the bunt. 7th pitch of the at-bat. And Schumann goes down on the changeup. for the first out in the 10th.
Does not advance the runner.
Volpe has a single, a double, a walk. He's driven in 3 runs today. The runner takes off, and the pitch outside. McMahon steals third without a throw.
That's should never happen.
Now a walk to Volpe would set up the double play with Austin Wells on deck, a double play candidate. That's going to play the middle infielders halfway. McMahon at third, Volpe at first, 1 out. Wells at a comebacker isn't only at bat in this game. And he goes after the first one, grounds it to Vientos, to second for 1, back to first, double play, side retired. Mark Vientos starts the 3-6-3 double play to get Williams through the top of the 10th. And now the Mets will try to win it in the bottom with Semien the free runner and Ewing set to lead off. 6-6 going to the bottom of the 10th. Last year and this year combined, the Mets are 0-91 when they trail after 8 innings. Now the Mets will have Marcus Semien as the free runner at second with A.J. Ewing to lead off against the side-arming lefty Tim Hill.
Will Ewing be asked to bunt? We have not seen him square around yet.
He gets the bunt down, nicely done. Wells throws him out, but over to third base goes Semien. First professional sacrifice for A.J. Ewing, and it gets the winning run to third base.
So Terrence gets hit, and here comes Carson Bench.
Carson Bench, who already has a walk-off RBI on this homestand. He got the 9th inning rally started with a base hit to left center, and now looking to get the winning run home in the bottom of the 10th, and they're going to keep the 5-man infield. They're going to move Schumann to the right side of second base. Bench chops one. In comes Schumann. He runs into his own man, and the Mets win the ball game. Carson Bench with his second walk-off RBI in the homestand. The Mets come from 4 runs down to win. They win a game they trailed after 8 for the first time in 2 years. A monumental victory for the Mets as they take 2 out of 3 from the Yankees and finish a 5-1 homestand.